being on your phone and not hearing anything at all.
What the, so what? Y'all. This is the most horrible and disgusting example of a doctor I have seen since Brittany Hightower's recordings. And this video was taken 2 days ago by a sickle cell patient of her hospitalist, Dr. Alexander Hooray, who tells her that he will not increase her pain medication because she was watching TV and on the phone. Actually, what he says is, well, when I was in here, you were watching TV and on the phone, not hurting at all. It's the most ridiculous, asinine thing I've heard of in a long time. First and foremost, if he knew anything about sickle cell, which clearly he doesn't, then he would understand that we are taught by the medical system to watch TV, to be on the phone, to listen to music, to do puzzles, to do crosswords, to color, to do anything that we can to divert our attention from our pain to something else. It's diversion. This is what we're supposed to do. We're doing what we've been trained to do. And now you're weaponizing it against us for what? Seriously, for what? 1 milligram of Dilaudid Q4, she has more medication at home than what he's giving her in the hospital. He's not following the sickle cell guidelines. The sickle cell guidelines that were put together by ASH, the NIH, and approved by the CDC. I would really like to know, why is it that you all think that the guidelines are just suggestions when they could save somebody's life? And the guidelines say you keep patients on their home medications and you give them the equivalent of their PO and IV. Period. Dot. There's no in between. And for him to tell her that 1 milligram Q4 is more than enough, we're not going to go up to 2 milligrams Q2 because that would be too much. Well, he knows good and goddamn well from her care plan that what he's doing is probably 10% of what her care plan says. And why is it that these people do not get reprimanded? Why is it that it is okay for them to treat us according to their feelings, but not according to the facts, not according to the patient who has lived with this illness for decades on decades? I am tired of burying people. I am tired of people going into hospital and not coming out because of assholes like him. And you guys really want to be out here in these medicinal streets blaming patients for your BS when we have no power. We are not the ones. We are not the reason that we are dying. You all are. Your lack of education, your lack of experience, your lack of environment, none of that supports your big ass, undeserving ego. You all are out here letting your patients pass away because you refuse to do basic research on that individual. You refuse to call doctors. You refuse to look at the guidelines. You refuse to speak to advocates. And then you weaponize the very things that you taught us to do against us. Make it make sense. And then you wonder why. You wonder why you're met with the hostility that you're met with, because you come at us with hostility. You come at us endangering our lives. You come at us on this BS. We have to turn ourselves over to you by law. What laws are you following to keep us alive? I'm tired of burying people. I can't bury another person. Sickle cell community, you all got to start letting these tapes out and putting their names out. Because we are not going into 2025 on this BS.